Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing this Thai-Khmer border dispute yet again. And this is coming up in the context of tax and trade and Mr. Trump. Let me just dive in here. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from moneyandbanking.co.th. Article is titled, "Trump Threatens Thailand-Cambodia Issue, Will Not Stop Conflict, Will Not Negotiate Tariffs." Quoting directly, Trump has come out to threaten the issue of the conflict between Thailand and Cambodia, not to deal with taxes after revealing that he has already talked with the acting PM of Thailand and the PM of Cambodia. Quoting further, U.S. President Donald Trump has posted 3 times on Truth Social about the conflict between Thailand and Cambodia on July 26, calling on both countries to cease fire and threatening that if they do not cease fire, the U.S. will not agree to negotiate import tariffs. Currently, Thailand and Cambodia are both subject to a 36% import tax. Well, if I can say so, Mr. Trump, President Trump, you know, I don't know that that's the highest priority on everybody's mind, especially here in Thailand, where the acting PM is currently saying, hey, we're open to a ceasefire, but the fire keeps coming in, as of the time of this video. That's what I heard last, and this video is being made July 27th at roughly noon. I read an article of Thai PBS World not 5-10 minutes ago that stipulated that as of 4:30 a.m. there was still fire coming in, even though the message had been sent out, hey, we're looking for a ceasefire here. So, I'm not wanting to really dive into the merits of the tariffs and all of that. I would just say maybe, that isn't something that should really come into this negotiation. I don't know. I don't know how to say it other than to say I'm just reporting that apparently, this dispute is not, according to Mr. Trump, is not going to have an impact on, his position on trade negotiations. I would sort of ask, I did a video recently, where the title was, "Let's Remember Who Our Friends Are in Southeast Asia." I think let's not forget the Americans and the Thais. Thailand is the oldest ally of America in Southeast Asia and Asia. Our relationship goes back 200 years. Our treaty relationship goes back 191. I can't think of a more solid ally than the Thais. And I would hope that comes into some level of account when you take into consideration that Thailand has been calling for a ceasefire, and yet there's still fire coming back over the border, even though the other side is saying, yeah, we're open to it too. The Thais have come out and said, yeah, can we stop firing at each other to have a ceasefire? Isn't that kind of the point? But then to have this trade stuff hanging over Thailand's head at least, and I think you could equally say the same thing, I guess, for Cambodia. But definitely with Thailand, when you know the history, I find it very concerning that that's the way we would treat our ally as the United States when they're under this bombardment from the other side of their border, that then from their ally, all they're hearing from, well, we're not going to, it's not going to change anything on the trade and tax issue. Okay, but, I guess that's your position, but is that really the best thing to do to an ally under serious duress and under a seriously difficult position? I don't know that I would say it is. That being said, I may not have a full grasp of exactly what's going on in the communications here. We will certainly be keeping people updated on this channel as this situation evolves.